do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video. So very often we have some information about artists from across Africa, and Sarkodie happens to be one of the most relevant in terms of the information that we have had to share. Now again, we have some information to share about Sarkodie, and yeah, you guys will know my opinion at the end of the video. All right. So I got on Twitter and I saw this trending. JT Music said Jay-Z featuring Sarkodie. I hope it's true. Big win for Sac Nation, Ghana and Africa as a whole. The greatest rapper featuring the greatest African rapper. Fingers crossed. Somebody replied and said, Mopri too much. There's a reason it hasn't been announced officially. You don't understand English. Read it again, but this time slowly. That was JT Music responding. So the first thing that pops into my head is, yo, there are rumors that might be true of Jay-Z featuring Sarkodie. That will be big. That will be big. That will be huge, guys. That will be huge. All right. I mean, Jay-Z, all right, like Beyonce's husband. That would be huge. All right. Now, Sarkodie is someone who has put in work to be recognized. And yeah, it will be great news. And the fact that somebody else said it hasn't been officially announced, that makes me feel like there's some element of truth to it. All right. Sarkodie is someone who has expressed interest in the past to be recognized in the West, to recognize globally, to take his brand global, maybe even win the Grammy Award. So it would not be out of place to see Sarkodie's team working towards such a huge achievement. All right, it is an achievement if it should happen. Anyway, let's continue, guys. Let's continue. So, somebody said if it is true, there then big win, oh, bro. I hope so. People deserve great things. Okay, this one said information. We are say I don't know what that means. Sac Nation CEO, are you cool? Whatever. I don't know what that means. We did hear the wait because it'd be like someone bigger than Jay-Z that person was talking about is delaying. Okay, so this person is taking shots at Sarkodie because a while ago when Sarkodie and Shatawali were arguments on Twitter. I think Shatta was bragging about uh, his feature with Beyonce being the biggest feature, blah blah blah, and all that. And I think Sarkodie talked about featuring someone who's bigger than Jay Z. So it was trending on Ghanaian Twitter, and people were like, "Who is bigger than Jay Z? Is there someone bigger than Jay Z in hip hop and all that?" So this person is obviously throwing Sarkodie like, "Nah, don't feature Jay Z. Feature someone who is bigger." Guys, we'll get to that. No, let's discuss it right now, guys. In your opinion, do you think there's anyone bigger than Jay Z in hip hop as far as hip hop goes? Do you think there's anyone bigger? I mean, you could argue that Eminem is a better rapper. You could argue, depending on what you like in hip hop, you could make that argument. Uh, Perhaps you could say Kanye West is richer. So how would you define who is bigger? Who do you think is bigger than Jay Z in hip hop? Anyway, moving on with the tweets. Um, Somebody asked him and said, "Your source be solid," and JT Music responded and said, "Not solid," which means he isn't sure of what he posted. That's why he said, if it is true." All right, so he's not sure. All right, so somebody explain to me what does information what we are say oh a what does that mean, guys? Information what we are say oh a what does it mean? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Let me know. Anyway, yeah, I think it would be a good move, a good move if it happened. But let's continue with the tweets. Another person ASAP said, "It's not true, Massa." Yeah. So basically, people are casting doubts on the issue. Like, nah, it's not true. You people are already blowing things out of proportion. You people are already talking rumors, uh, that kind of stuff. For me, I would like to see it. And they say there's always an element of truth to every rumor. So even if it's not true, it's most likely true that Sarkodie's team is in touch with Jay Z's team. All right, there might be an element of truth to it. So Maya Chiyo said, "Don't tell me you believe this shit." And JT Music said, "You don't understand English." Mutala said, "Jay Z isn't the greatest rapper. Your love for Sarkodie has blinded people like you." Okay, guys, let me know who you think is the greatest rapper. Let me know who you think is the greatest rapper, guys. Let me know who you think. Do you think Eminem? Do you think Jay Z? Do you think Kanye West? Let me know who you think is the biggest, guys. The greatest. So, OG Billy tweeted, said, I had a chat with Jay Z Daily Twitter account. Apparently, there's nothing like Sarkodie being on Jay Z's next album. However, they hinted they had a positive conversation with a management team from Africa, which they didn't want to throw much light on. Yeah, ignore the comment on that, guys. Yeah, so like I said, there might be an element of truth to it. It could be that they've been in contact. It could also be that, yeah, Jay Z will be on the album. You never know, guys. You never know. You never know. Could be anything. Um, so this guy said nigga is down bad. He will feature some. He said he will feature someone bigger than Jay Z. So you see, people still holding on to that bone, right? Don't want to let that bone go. Like he said, he will feature somebody bigger than Jay Z. He said Sarkodie said, "Laugh my ass out." So this person is saying, did Sarkodie really said? Did Sarkodie really say it? Right? Because it was a rumor going around that Sarkodie said. I never really found the tweet where Sarkodie said that, but people were saying he said he will feature someone bigger than Jay Z. All right. So um I love rap said, relax, chairman. Even the guy handling Stack Nation official handle knows little about Sarkodie, so chill. OG Billy said, do you know Jay-Z Daily? And I love rap said, no, please. Be like you know they bab me well. They might have some info, but not every info them fit get. So just let's wait for it. Okay. So basically saying let us wait for it. For clarity, guys, I did not see the tweet where Sarkodie said he will feature somebody bigger than Jay-Z. It was just something that everybody on Ghanaian Twitter seemed to be saying at the time. That Sarkodie said he will feature somebody bigger than Jay-Z. I did not see the tweet. All right, but let's go on. These sack natives go make people come drag sack later for what he knows nothing about. OGB asked, who are those? Kwekushika said, those saying boldly that Sack has been featured on Giga's next album, bro. OGB said, that's wild. Everyone is in the loop too. If it's true, that's good for him. If not, that's an L. And already said that's a big L. Guys, based on the last tweet, with this kind of information already secret, I feel like this is why some of this kind of information should be kept secret. All right, especially when you're not sure. All right, when there's no assurance of anything, somebody from your team leaks information you are working on. I mean, expectations get high, and when you don't meet the expectations, or when those things do not now come to pass, people then begin to say, "Ah, he failed, he failed, he failed." So, which is what OG Billy was saying. All right, with the news already out that Sarkodie will be featured on Jay Z's album. Um, yeah, there's much expectation, and like I said, if it does happen, it is huge. It is huge, not just for Sarkodie, not just for Ghana, but for African hip hop as a whole. We've always complained about um uh American hip hop artists collaborating with only Afrobeat artists and not African hip hop arts, which is why some people feel like they are just chasing cloud, trying to ride on waves that are already trending, like Afrobeat. But the hip hop scene in Africa, which really needs their help, they often ignore. So if Jay Z is working with Sarkodie, it's not just a big boost for Sarkodie alone. It's not just a big boost for Ghanaian hip hop industry alone. It's a big boost for the African hip hop scene as a whole, guys. All right. Now, when you have that kind of information in the air, everyone talking about it, and it doesn't now happen, uh, it might appear like an L. All right, let me know what you think. Do you think it will be an L for Sarkodie and his team? Then again, it might even be that it wasn't Sarkodie who started this. It wasn't Sarkodie's team who started this rumor. It could be someone from a haters camp, all right, who just put this rumor out there to raise expectations, just so it could force an L on Sarkodie and team. All right, but it could also be that there's work in progress by Sarkodie and his team, right, which would include Jay Z. You never know. You never know. Anyway, there are some other aspects to these guys. Some other aspects to these. If this Jay Z and Sarkodie feature were to happen, I feel like it will give Sarkodie the same opportunity Shatawale had when Beyonce featured him. Let me know what you think about that. You know what I really mean is when Shatawale got featured on Beyonce's Lion King project, definitely Beyonce has a wider reach, so more people will look into her projects, and the song King already was a massive hit. So it was expected that it will give Shatawale a massive boost, all right, which is one of the reasons Shatta was bragging on Twitter. All right. Yeah, if Jay-Z features Sarkodie has a similar chance, and we hope he'll make good with the opportunity. All right. Also, In my reaction to Kojo Sheldon's response to Shatawali, I said something about Stoneboy and Shatawali being the most likely to get Grammy from my perspective in Ghana. All right, talking about the fact that hip hop from Africa isn't so appreciated or respected, so that might put Sarkodie on the back heel. But if Jay Z does feature Sarkodie, then it feels like Sarkodie has a step closer to, as in, it's a step closer, more than a step closer to the Grammys, which, let's be honest, it's something he's wanted for a while. All right, so that's the pinnacle of, as far as awards go, as far as recognitions go, that's like the pinnacle for musicians, for artists, for rappers. So it's like the pinnacle. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Have I said anything that you do not agree with? Or is there some light you